Hey photographer, Jessica Whitaker here. I am sharing with you 5 things that I would do differently if I was starting my business from scratch in 2024. Thank you to Squarespace for sponsoring this free photography video and for making it possible. I will have Squarespace as well as a ton of freebies and resources that I mentioned throughout this video linked in the description box below. Number 1 is something that would have saved me so much time, and that is using an SSD over an external hard drive. Now, both of these have their time and place, but there's a way to use them to have your computer work much faster. So this is an SSD, also known as a solid state drive, and this is an external hard drive. The solid state drive doesn't have any moving parts inside versus an external hard drive. There's a whole system in here that's physically moving. For example, with client photo shoots, I will have the photo shoot stored on both of these. I will actually edit the project on the solid state drive because this is so much faster to import and export, as well as editing in Lightroom. This will take a lot more time for my computer to process all the information from here to the computer. It's just so much faster with a solid state drive. Once you've delivered the images to the client, transfer it to the external hard drive and remove it from the solid state drive. Had I known this when I was first starting my business, I would have saved so much time on the computer just waiting. And here's something that I see all the time in my photography Facebook group, Build and Bloom. People will be asking what kind of computer they should upgrade to. They just bought one a year or 2 ago, but it is running very slow. Chances are, if you are editing using an external hard drive, that might be part of the problem. Before you upgrade to a new computer, get an SSD, and you might find that you just saved about $1,200 because it wasn't the computer that was the issue, it was what you were using to edit on. Again, I'll have my recommendations linked down below. Number 2 is spend money on a virtual assistant and skip the paid online workshops, styled photo shoots that you'll end up not actually implementing. And I say this as somebody who does offer paid online courses and resources. A virtual assistant, often abbreviated as a VA, is a trained professional who can offer administrative, technical, and even creative support for your business. And a virtual assistant is virtual, so they are working remotely. And I actually have an amazing recommendation for a virtual assistant agency that's all based in North America. It's fair pay, and they do an incredible job in my business. I referred them to friends. I'll have it linked down below. They can do administrative tasks that you find yourself doing daily or weekly in your business, and they can also start new ventures for you or clean up your existing processes. Let's say that you have HoneyBook or another client management tool, and you really want to clean up your pipeline and make it more efficient. A virtual assistant can do just that. Before you spend money on adding more education to your plate to then go and implement, have a virtual assistant help you in the daily and weekly tasks of your business to have everything run smoothly, so that when you do go and spend money on an online course, you have the space and the time to implement what you learned or pass it off to your VA to implement. With all that being said, instead of spending $1,000 on an online course this upcoming season, I recommend to spend $300 a month for a few months to have a virtual assistant come in and help you with your business. The third thing that I would do differently in my business if I was starting from scratch this year is I would invest my time into my website more so than social media. Of course, it's really important to post on social media for consistency, but your website is the only piece of real estate online that you actually own, and the only thing that will work for your business 24/7. I believe that Squarespace is the most innovative website platform because of their plethora of resources that they give you for such a low price, from having access to e-commerce if you're going to offer digital goods or even physical products, to the detailed traffic reports and insights, but you can also have an email list within Squarespace. I recommend Squarespace to photographers, to business owners, creatives, anybody who needs a website. Squarespace is easy to use and set up in just a weekend, to have totally on brand and to continue to evolve as your business grows. And if you add different avenues such as a membership portal, you want to build your email list through the platform, board, or if you want an online store, whether that's digital products or your art prints. I have been using Squarespace for 7 years now, maybe even 8, and I've gone through a variety of different templates. Now, they have dozens of gorgeous designer templates, and they have for years, but when I first started out, I used a really simple, beautiful one, and I customized my logo, and then I had a friend kind of half custom code one for me based off of one of their templates, and then I switched over to a third-party service where I bought a template and customized it myself, and then in 2019, I hired an amazing website designer to do a total rebrand for me and create the custom website that is currently what I have. And Squarespace has carried me through all of these different stages. If you're a photographer who knows that you need to get your website in gear, Squarespace makes it easy, and I have so many free resources and tools on how to do just that. But the best way to start is simply to begin. Head to squarespace.com to start your free trial, and when you're ready to launch your beautiful new website, go to squarespace.com/Jessica Whitaker to save 10% off the first purchase of your website or domain. Number 4 is I would invest my time in learning the different AI programs for editing and for culling your images. Now, before you skip ahead because you think AI is fake, I want you to listen up because what I'm going to share with you is simply pattern recognition from your previous work. Number 1 would start out with a culling software. So I have a couple of recommendations at different price points. There's an amazing free program. I'll have it linked down below. With culling software, instead of you importing 1,500 photos into Lightroom and then toggling through all the images and waiting for everything to load, I mean, even loading smart previews in Lightroom takes a long time. Using a software, it's going to scan through the images and filter them out for you. You still have full creative control to make decisions. It will just simply highlight what is objectively good and objectively bad. Bad being blurry or super out of focus, but most software is smart enough to know when somebody is blinking versus looking down intentionally. Whatever program you go with, you are going to save so much time. Then there's also amazing programs out there that will also edit the images for you. It is simply pattern recognition. So with the photos that you've already edited in Lightroom, the program is going to learn how you edited in the past and simply apply that onto your new photos. And the software will learn as you go and continue to adapt and get smarter. Embracing AI is only going to speed up your workflow and get the photos to your clients faster. The 5th and final thing that I would do is invest straight away into lawyer-drafted photography contracts. There are so many resources out there that can be a great baseline for you, but these are very bare bone. A lawyer drafted photography contract will protect you and your business, and what I recommend for contracts and have for years is called Contractista, and I understand that this stuff is very boring to spend money on, just like camera batteries. It's boring, but you wouldn't drive a car without insurance, so don't operate your business without a lawyer drafted photography contract. And if you're a photographer who's looking to join a kind, encouraging, and inclusive photography community, check out the free Facebook group called Build and Bloom. I've referred to it a couple of times in this video, but this is really the best place to ask questions about your specific photography business. Whether you need help drafting a response to a difficult client situation, or you want an extra set of eyes on a gallery you're about to send out, Build and Bloom is the best place to go for help. I believe in you and I believe in your business. Be sure to hit subscribe so you're the first to know when new free videos for your business come out, and I will see you in my next video. Click right here to watch and to learn. I'll see you there.